Hi everyone, Alan Lepofsky here from Constellation Research. Next week I am attending Jive Software's annual user event called JiveWorld in Las Vegas, and I want to quickly go over with you the things that I'm looking forward to finding out about and the things I want to report back on after the event has finished. There's three areas. The first is the product portfolio itself. The second is partner ecosystem, or Jive as a platform. And the third is what's going on with their customer base. So in the first part, let's talk about product for a minute. If you look at their portfolio, Jive has kind of, changed a lot over the years. They started primarily focused on external communities. They came and started focusing on internal communities. A few years ago, they talked about bridging those two worlds. If you remember, Jive, used the term bridging a lot. Now they're, renamed the product to Jive X for external, Jive N for internal. They have these mobile applications called Jive W or Jive Work Style. There's Chime and Daily and People. Everyone knows I've been very vocal about not liking that those Jive W apps are so separate from the rest of the portfolio. And I think we're going to hear a lot of good progress that's been made there about making them more an integrated part of the larger experience. Jive's now talking about Work Hub. What exactly is Work Hub? Where does that fit in with Jive N and Jive X? They have specific solutions, things like Jive for Healthcare. Is that an N or is that an X? Or, how do these specific solutions go? It's a good portfolio, but it's a little complex, and I'm hearing from customers that it's complex, and I want to be able to get to the bottom of that a little bit. They've recently released a gorgeous new version of Jive. It's highly visual. It's very focused on images, full screen banners across the top, lots of video, things like that, media catalogs, etc. It's a gorgeous version of the product, and I'm excited to see them talk about the new versions of that. Overall, the product still is kind of focused on communities and blogs and wikis and activity streams. And these days, that's actually a little dated. It's a little content heavy. People are talking a lot more about real time now, and video and streaming and interactive, much more engaging sort of thing. So it's going to be interesting to sort of see where Jive is going there. What are they doing with Chime and chat and maybe some integrated video conferencing or real-time voice, or, where are things going in that area? As most of you know, I'm very focused on things like project management or task management tools. So I've always thought one of the greatest parts of the Jive portfolio that has not lived up to its potential at all was the acquisition of Productive. So I'm looking forward to seeing where Jive is taking their project management or task management. I call it structured collaboration. How do you bring things like assignments and accountability and recognition and all of these things to the collaboration world? And also I want to find out about where they're going with analytics. So I'm doing a lot of work this year on what I call the quantified employee. And that's not just analytics about communities, like how many people are there and how many posts. I'm more focused on how's my content doing? How have my contributions to the company sort of helped, or where should I focus my time, or where shouldn't I focus my time? And Jive has some really good analytics capabilities, and I want to hear where they're going with that. The second part is partnering and Jive as a platform. Now, a few years ago, Jive used to talk a lot about open social and building widgets and how different things could integrate inside of Jive. They had these things called Jive Bang apps where you could, inside a document or inside a community, just quickly via keyboard, add integrations. They had Jive Anywhere cartridges, which allowed Jive to sort of appear in other products, in other web pages. I haven't heard any of that in quite some time, and I want to find out if Jive's still focused in that area, if they're getting back to any of that. Are partners still considering Jive an application platform? Are people building extensions to Jive and adding additional functionality? Is Jive themselves building any integrations with third-party applications? Where is Jive going with things like CRM and HR and finance and ERP applications? How is Jive moving up a level from just being community software to really being a piece of software that integrates with the tools that people use to get their jobs done? So partner ecosystem, platform, development, etc. Very interested in where they're going with that. And finally, third, customers. So I want to hear new customer stories. I want to hear about who's joined the Jive family and what they plan on doing with it. From existing customers, I want to hear about those success stories. I want to hear how Jive has been for them, how their deployments are going. How, are they still on premises? Have they moved to cloud? Are they cloud only? Are they doing things, like I said before, more than just community? Now, community is great, knowledge sharing and finding people and finding content, but I want to see Jive as a collaboration solution that goes beyond that. I want to see how it fits in to the real business processes that salespeople and engineering and finance and, doctors and lawyers and engineers, how do they use the product more than just sort of as a knowledge repository or a discovery engine? So those are the big things: product portfolio, partner ecosystem, and customers. I look forward to the event. It's always one of the best collaboration events of the year, and Jive has excited and dedicated customers. And I'm looking forward to next week, and I'll report back to you live from the event and a recap afterwards. So if you have any questions that you'd like to get answered, please let me know in the comments or get in touch with me in real life in various ways. Email or Twitter or anything else you'd like, and I'll try to make sure that I get your questions answered for you as well. If I'm going to see you in Vegas next week, please make sure to reach out and get in touch. It would be great to actually see you there. Okay, Alan Lepofsky for Constellation Research, talking about JiveWorld 2016. Bye.